All right.
Oh, we're live. Okay. What's good? Who do we have on the show? Oh shit, Rekt Guy. I didn't even know what the fuck. I didn't even know what's going on right now.
What's up, man?
How are you, brother? Good to see you.
I'm well, dude.
Welcome to Rekt Radio, a Thursday edition. We got the gang here. They're in Portugal, right? I think. Not Threadguy, the other two.
What do you think of OSF's haircut?
I was just about to comment. It looks fucking. I love it. It looks great.
Short. It's short.
It is. It's quite nice. Like, when you have a shower and you don't have to like do anything, I can just walk out the shower.
Oh yeah,
it's very, very convenient. Yeah, one of the best things about it, really. You guys can't say the same thing.
Yeah. It's like a quick. I'm easy to soap it and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just my hair. It's not just the hair on my head that's been shaved.
Yeah, that's epic.
Full body.
I have like a Zelensky vibe about you. You kind of like a
Zelensky vibe.
That's like crazy. A wartime president,
Fucking hell.
Yeah, like kind of is a little military of some kind. Yeah.
Wartime meme coin dev, during the bear market. I think it looks good. Looks good on you. Yeah, there is a conference right now in Lisbon. There is an NFT conference. I have to say, don't think there's a lot of onboarding going on at that conference. Really, the last people left, it felt like.
There's no one there? What's going on? What's the vibe? Boots on the ground.
There's people there, but it is the people that were there 3-4 years ago.
Dude, I feel like the conference magic is completely fried. I used to go to all of them. I've been to a conference in over a year. Completely fried. Yeah.
It's tough. Like, everyone knows it in the room. They're like, oh yeah, like I guess, because there's still like a good vibe of the people who are there, particularly because NFC is a bit more like art based, I would say.
It's an NFT conference.
It's an NFT conference, yeah.
So no one can afford the ticket. That's what the issue is.
I mean, how was your speech today? Lots of people there.
Yeah, I mean,
that was.
It could have been more people. Yeah, it's not. It's weird that it's not busier. I was just saying this earlier because like NFT Paris is massive. Like tons of people turn up to that, but it's like in February the weather's miserable. It's cold. Whereas here it's just like so nice and sunny and like it's such a nice city. I'm surprised more people don't have it on the map, but I think it's not just an NFT thing now. It's called like NFC Summit now, and they have like other crypto stuff. But the problem is like a lot of the stuff still has the NFT association, right? It is just the NFT crowd. It's not really like the Token 2049 crowd, for example, which is all like the crypto people. So those conferences are massive. So, but I don't know. It's been good. I'd recommend coming still, mainly just because Lisbon's quite fun to be in. I think so.
It went from art to NFTs to NFT collections to meme coins, then to internet capital markets. Which is where Threadguy is. You're
just like Satoshi intended, man.
Yeah.
Is there an internet capital markets conference coming up by any chance? Is that purely in LA?
Me and Ben Pasternak would be there, man. I'll tell you that.
I don't really know who this guy is. Like, he feels like I know you interviewed him the other day, but like there's this like godlike complex around him. Not complex, maybe it's just your own complex Threadguy, but like who is he? Like why are we so into this guy?
He's like a big like startup guy. Like I think he's like really like clouded in like startup Twitter. He built, I think it's called Monkey, if you know what that is. It sold for a lot of money a couple years ago. It's like a Uvu Skype kind of thing. But he kind of came out of nowhere. Like he launched, I think 5 months ago, he launched this thing called I think it's called Clout.me, which was like fairly popular on CT for a couple weeks. But it was basically like social token. It was like big clout, like social tokens, which just like went straight to zero, right? A couple people, Imran launched one, Ben launched one, a couple people launched it, just went straight to zero. It's like friend tech for fungible tokens. It went straight to zero, then he kind of just like disappeared for a couple months. And then he came back. Yeah. And then he came back like a month ago and they rebranded the Clout token to they call it a launch coin, and basically went on this internet capital markets road. I guess the term is kind of cringe now, but let's just like use it for the sake of conversation. And you could basically do two things. Like one, he had this feature where you could launch a coin on Twitter, which is like kind of cool, right? You could like tag the deployer handle and it would like launch it for you, like pump style. And then I think the second thing, like the reason this like took off was he basically got like net new deployers to come into crypto and launch, like all these like startup guys came into crypto that wouldn't normally launch a coin, and they launched sort of on the back end of the Nikita Beer endorsement. I think that was the biggest thing that he did, was he got Nikita Beer to be like, yeah, this thing is really cool and you guys should launch. And there was a bunch of like startup guys that started launching, and I don't know, I'm definitely not on the camp of like, this is like, I'm not treating this like I was AI, like this is the biggest thing ever, like you have to participate in this. This is gonna like change the world forever. Like I feel like I've learned from Euphoria and crypto, but there's been some like pretty cool launches, and the idea of it is pretty cool. Like I don't know. Have you played the game? Have you played it at all? Like have you bid any of these coins?
I don't know anything about it, and I can tell you it's zero. That's
it probably
KBA
but it was
says
crazy.
Bitcoin though, to be honest. So
Say it again.
I bought this thing called Bump. I think it's called Bump or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I just saw it in a chat, so I bought it. And then I was like, let me try out the app because it's in the App Store. So I went to the App Store, downloaded the app, and the app didn't work. And then I was like, it's like you had to enter your phone number and some shit. It wouldn't even let me enter my phone number. So I was like, this fucking app doesn't even work. Like 0 reviews on the App Store.
Yeah.
But then like all these people are tweeting about how like this is like the next like big thing on social media. I'm like, something's not done that here.
Well,
I lost 90% of the coin, so I lost my money.
I think Kook has it right in the comments there. He showed WASP VC midgets how to rug for easy money with no accountability. That seems like actually the case.
You're not supposed to actually use the app. But here's the problem with these.
You're not supposed to
no product, please.
The less info, the better. The problem with these coins is like, I mean, I just like resumed streaming again, but basically for 3-4 months I was just trading all day, and the on-chain game is like it's so brutal right now. And the problem with these coins specifically is that you basically bring like a dev or a founder into crypto who's not a crypto person, and you like convince them to launch a coin, and they all sort of follow the same path where it's like, you launch, you're excited about it for a day or two. They do a Twitter space, which they shouldn't do because they're a disaster every time. And then excitement sort of just like trickles off over the next couple weeks. And the devs have like no ability to incorporate any sort of Ponzi whatsoever. Like people will say what they want about the AI meta, but Shaw had a decent amount of people on Twitter convinced he was going to like build AGI on Solana. Like they have no ability to do, a decent amount of people. These like non-crypto devs have like no ability to incorporate any sort of like punishment for selling in the first day. And so that's basically like what happens. It goes up, maybe Nikita Beer like engages with the tweet, and you just like you stack everything. And it's sort of left like, I don't know how active you guys have been with the like memes and the on-chain stuff, but it feels like it's like a graveyard right now. It's like a ghost town. Bitcoin's like 105, and it's like a complete just ghost town right now. It's kind of brutal. I was hoping this would be like the new game people got excited about, but it's not looking great.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Everyone feels really fucking broke for Bitcoin at 105K. Like it does like really shock me sometimes at how like even the
Bitcoin. Except,
yeah, but then you can still have a little bit of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember doing shows when Bitcoin was like 20K, and people are just as broke now as they were then. Like, and then they get annoyed at the Pump Fun token coming out, and it's like, yeah, it is painful.
What do we think about that?
This can't be right, by the way. These numbers can't be right. That's at the top end, at least.
No, that's got to be like on a launch or something like that. So after it, like this is just not correct. I agree.
I know for a fact more than 5 wallets. I made 50K in a month, but
yeah. What do you think about the Pump Fun token?
I mean, I kind of want to know what you guys think. I mean, dude, I think it's like it's pretty brutal for Sol on chain, but it has the other side parallels. But at four bill FTV, if that's true, I mean that's probably like the freest trade of all time. No,
I don't know.
I don't know. It feels high to me.
I think it would go high just because of the buybacks. Like they can be really fucking aggressive. But I don't think it's like it depends if it becomes a chain or not. I'm still like not.
Why did it become a chain? Why would they become a chain?
Because I don't know if it like how much money is Pump Fund making a year now, run rate. I think it's probably making it's probably making about $500 million. Radium doesn't make that far off that and trades at like 1.5, 2 billion, and does buybacks as well. So like it really depends on what buybacks they do. The reason why Hyperliquid trades where it does, even if it makes similar revenue, Hyperliquid makes about just shy of $1 billion a year, is because it's a chain and people value it next to Ethereum rather than against Radium. And
but did anybody actually use the chain for Hyperliquid? Like I bridged to like play the memes and it was like the worst thing ever. It was awful.
I don't think they do either, but just that pure narrative of it's a chain means that you compare it to Ethereum and Sol, and that means it can have this like high valuation. So I think they will do a chain. I think Pump Fund know that too, and they'll probably do some form of a chain. But
do any of you invest in Pump Fund?
We have a story there.
Yeah,
dude, I faded
almost did, but then we don't know what happened. Mando missed the message, so we never paid up.
Something along those lines. I got the call because I released Epic, right? Very early doors, right?
Yeah.
And I got to steam that out. That was a Pump Fund token. I got to steam that on, and I was like, "Hey, like I like this product. Let me know where stuff are going." And then we kind of got on a call with the founders, and they were talking about like semi doing a raise at $100 million, and then 2 months later, they kind of ghosted us, and then 2 months later, I like chased them up, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're actually doing it at 200 million." And then I chased them again, and then they actually came back in the chat saying, "Oh yeah, actually we're ready to go now," and we didn't reply. So it was not from a lack of trying; it was just from So we would have invested like $200 million, but it was only going to be like. Tiny.
It still didn't feel like it was the biggest thing ever though for that second round. Like it was like still a weird like in the middle period a little bit for Pump Fund.
Yeah, Pump Fund. There's been a lot of people called for death of the Pump Fund a few times, but I don't think this is a death of Pump Fund. But I do think that no one goes on Pump Fund.
No,
when was the last time opened up Pump Fund?
No,
Pump Fund is middleware in the same way that all of other Solana things are middleware right now. Like Radium is middleware. No one ever goes on Radium. And I think they've done some streaming stuff. They've tried to make an app that you actually spend time on, but I don't think they're not really a massive success story there, right? So
there is tough, like to stream. Like if you guys wanted to stream on Pump Fund, you have to launch a fucking coin,
right? Like, but people look at Pump Fund through Photon or through
or whatever,
or Bulex or like one of these sites, right? So I think there's a bit of a worry there. Where it's Hyperliquid, you go on Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid has this sort of like daily you use the app feeling about it. Whereas Pump Fund, I don't think has that. So I do think there's always going to be a bit of a worry there that like another token launcher can come in and gain market share, and they have. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Dude, there was a 10-day period where if you scanned a coin that ended in Pump, like during the Believe stuff, if you scanned a coin that ended in Pump, we're like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you sending Pump Funds in here?
Yeah, terrible.
Like, it happened quick, and it faded off because the launches just stopped. But there was a 10-day period where, like, if you were scanning Pump Fund coins, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you sending this in here? So it can go, like, it can go really quick.
Yeah. Look, I if you actually run through the numbers of the Pump Fund casino, right, and that chat that you just, is being debated right now, like only 1% of wallets. If you look at the total market cap of all the coins, right, total market cap of all the coins is about $3.5 billion. Yeah. They've made about $1 billion. The trading bots have made about $1 billion. Radium has made about 500 million. And then you got to think about insiders who have made money. And the only coin that's really listed on exchanges, or two is Peanut and Fartcoin. So the majority of them are still just got this 1% liquidity pool. So you've got 3.5 billion and probably 100 million of liquidity to get out. Like you actually run the numbers for Pump Fun. Like it is like because we now run a casino. Like the RTP of YEET for our games is like 99%. Like you're gonna win 49.5% of the time. Pump Fun, I think. Like if you look at, there's only probably 200 million liquidity to get out of 3.5 billion.
What is this dashboard you're looking at?
This is all the top fun pump. This is the market cap of all coins. This is like the value they've created. If you compare that to all the fees that have been spent and actually liquidity to get out, it's been one of the worst RTPs like imaginable. And I think this is why everyone's broke.
But they tricked people pretty well into thinking it's possible. So
they can trick us all. We've all. I mean, but I think the point is like you don't understand the game that you're playing, right? People look at this and go like, oh, you know, this has been like, this is a positive sum game. Like it's actually not.
What do you think happens? Like if, I mean, to be fair, right? They haven't given official comms on what this like. I see this token is, but let's like assume what has come out is true. If they take like close to $1 billion from like retail, on Sol, basically, what happens to Sol on chain? Like, are we completely fried? I mean, Fartcoin.
He's already dead, right?
Yeah, it's already dead. So then, what happens after this?
Who are they taking the money from? It's not Is it retail?
I think they'll get it from institutions.
Like who the fuck is buying this coin? That's a retail. Like I wouldn't. I don't know. Would you buy it?
I feel like I want to buy this coin at 4 bill. It's like the final hurrah.
Yeah, you could definitely scalp it to like 10 bill.
Yeah. Like it's a quick like 2-3x. I feel
maybe. Yeah,
do you think? What do you think is the monthly revenue of Pump Fun after the coin comes down? Like, do you not higher or lower? Do you think it's much? Right, exactly. So like you just put a coin. Imagine that.
So this is like their exit liquidity, final exit.
Well, just imagine the headline: Pump Fun revenue down 60% month on month after token. Yeah. All these sort of valuation things just suddenly go out the window, and you're like, oh, actually, this should be valued next to Radium. I mean, I've heard anecdotally they've all been like debanked, right? So like they can bet they've taken out so much money they can't take out any more money. So like now maybe this is the way maybe they sell it via a coin, and that's an easier way for them to like get out the money like more above board than in cash. Who knows?
I mean, fuck, if I was Pump Fun, I would do it. Respect. But I think
it's amazing. Like that.
Sol on chain is just brutal. I talked about this with Anson was on stream yesterday. We talked about it. It's like Trump launching a meme coin is like if the thesis is meme coins, if the game is meme coins, and then Trump launches, that's like the final hurrah. There's no possible way you could top that. So then everything just anecdotally gets lower, ceilings get lower, belief gets lower, dreams get lower. And then now it's sort of in this spot. Right now, to me, like meme coin Twitter, Sol on chain vibe feels like ETH NFTs like early 2023. Where it like really post other side where everyone's sort of like, yeah, this shit is fried. But then like what's the new game that we're playing is like not very clear. It feels like ETH NFTs right now a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. End of 2022.
They feel okay. I mean, the other thing that Anson's obviously pushed more recently is Hyperliquid, but like everyone's bullish on Hyperliquid for the same reason, right?
Yeah. It's
because they've made fees, and those fees come from users too. Like we get really built up on like the stuff that makes money from us.
Yeah.
Do you know, like everyone's going to switch to levered trading, and then Hyperliquid's going to make more fees. Like it's not a bad way of thinking about stuff. Like if you're going to go into altcoins, think of like the owners of the Ponzi's or the casinos and kind of like attach yourselves to those. But otherwise, like you can just view this all as like, yeah, it was just these are just like casino games, you know, like, or they're just not casino games, but they have a natural life cycle. Memes in general have a natural life cycle. That's just like what they are. And
how did you guys trade the Hyperliquid thing up to this point?
I've just owned a little bit of Hyperliquid all the way up. I actually sold it the other day when everyone was like, when it got the Binance US listing.
Oh yeah.
I just feel like part of the reason why it's a good trade is because no one. It's still a little bit difficult for people to buy, and like I like buying stuff when
fucking pain in the ass to buy it. Still, yeah.
Yeah, I like buying things when like it's difficult to buy, and less like buying them when they're easy to buy. That's just like a general thesis of mine around some things. But not. This hasn't been like my main bag by any means.
So what are you excited about right now then in crypto?
Yeah, it's tough right now, right? I think you've hit the nail on the head. Like, it's not like people are streaming right now and going like, well, what's it going to be? You could argue that like
alt season.
Yeah, you go for it, OSF.
Alt season. Alt season, man.
Alt season. What are the alts?
2021 style alt season. Everything altcoins.
Okay.
Alts.
Alts.
You
guys don't seem very convinced.
Huh.
Brand coins?
Yeah,
you could.
Dude, by the way, we haven't talked in a while. We actually haven't talked in a while.
We haven't talked in a long time. Yeah.
This is nuts. You got
Rekt. Yeah, that is pretty.
The casino too, but Rekt is insane.
Yeah, that's a mental chart, isn't it?
You sold out the last drop in like 5 minutes. Yeah, I wanted to buy some. I couldn't even do it.
Oh, we'll send you some. Okay. Give me your address. We'll send you some. Yes. They're definitely taking. Yeah, brand coins. I'm excited about brand coins. There's only one brand coin.
It's funny. Everyone did this. Like we did this internet capital markets thing because it feels like what like Rekt is like. That's what it actually is. Brand coins. Yeah. I don't really know how to. Like, I don't really like that name either, to be honest.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Threadguy? You're the young buck on here. What are the new
dude?
Shit?
It's
the launch coin stuff.
You know what I've been paying attention a lot to recently? I haven't participated really, but the Bitcoin Treasury company thing is like really interesting.
Yeah,
I think the ETH Treasury company might be the next thing. You saw what just happened with that company that did ETH.
Well, I did, but I mean, the amount of money they raised is like 24 hours to sail it, right? They raised $400 million.
I just don't see how that's another like just scam thing though.
Well, it definitely is a scam thing.
Just another scam that people are running.
But it could go really high first, yeah.
But they're early scams. That's what we're talking about. They're all scams, KBM.
They're all scams. I know that, but we already have Master, which is like the ultimate scam, and like now there's all these other ones. Like, I just don't think they're going to be beta good scams besides like One Day Pops.
I want to get your guys' take on this. I was talking to Udi about it the other day because Udi actually reached out to me and he was like, dude, please, for the love of God, stop. Like, you're wrong about the ICM stuff. Stop talking about it. Like, the real game is these Bitcoin treasury companies, and nobody on CT is paying attention to them.
What's the game? You invest in a company that bought Bitcoin?
Well, there's like apparently there's like a new one that like goes live every like week, and they rip like a 15x. It's like insane.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty heavy in the stock market. They're not liquid, most of them, and they're usually complete shit trades. There's no money there.
It makes me feel better. But what Udi was saying was he was like, because I was like, dude, why is Bitcoin like a couple percent off all-time highs, and on chain is like a ghost town? And he's like, in 2025. None of the bid is like people on chain buying Bitcoin. Like all of the bid is people on like Robinhood buying these holding companies, buying MicroStrategy, and like the money that they make is like not rotating at all back into altcoins, back into ETH, back into anything on chain. It's kind of interesting.
I think that's probably fair. I think the trade what he's talking about and probably what he has access to is being in like the seed for these things, or getting in like before the headline, right? And then they do the 15x, and that's basically what it will be for ETH and for some of these others. Like basically that you're in the funding bit of buying the treasury, and then they do like a 5 to 10x.
Yeah. That's not happening on like the public market for what it's.
Yeah, that's happening on public market. That's what's Udi's getting involved in. Like I don't think the trade is to buy them after they do that move.
And they have diminishing returns. It's like the 50th one to do it. Like,
well, that's the thing is like how many can do it until
it's burnt already, in my opinion. That's over. Like,
and the thing about it too is like nobody like you're not gonna be able to compete with Sailor whatsoever. So you're getting in at like what's Bitcoin at 104 and just like jacking up the leverage. So it's like after a certain point, like everybody just like cascade gets wrecked at the same time. Like it has to end horrific, yeah.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't go well when random companies are just buying shit like this on leverage. But I don't know.
For the first time in my life, my crypto portfolio is like over 50% in Bitcoin. It's insane. Spot Bitcoin. I never owned a dollar of Bitcoin until 6 months ago.
Man,
I think
he took
might be
off the
the trade.
speculation.
Dude,
I like ETH genuinely. I think ETH is a good trade. I think ETH
I
will
like
do
ETH
better.
too. I like ETH
Might
too.
do better than the most. All the beta stuff, I think, is the stuff that can really get you destroyed. It because I agree with what you're saying there. That like there's a bit of a shift here that meme coins just ain't gonna cut it.
dude,
for a bit here.
I got really overweight in Bitcoin near the tariff stuff. I was all in stables, and during all the tariff stuff, like low 80s, I just like went way deeper than I wanted to in Bitcoin because it just like felt like there was a very real scenario still this cycle where Bitcoin just like fucking rips and leaves everything behind, and it just like doesn't catch up on chain. And it never felt like that could be a thing before. Like it honestly felt like it was smarter to play on chain before. And the diminishing returns on it right now are like pretty brutal. Like people are really tapping out from the meme coin stuff, from the on-chain stuff, because it's just not like 10. I mean, coin going to 10 mil in this market is like insane. It's like it's insane. Happens once a week.
So what's the deal with you now? So like I see you streaming again. I saw Anson was on there yesterday. Are you still gonna be streaming? Are you gonna go down the traditional streaming route? Are you gonna become?
Wait, can I ask you guys why you guys still stream?
Why
I
do
don't
we
know,
still-
man.
I've had,
Honestly,
And what?
I still stream on a daily basis because I find it actually quite good for me to keep up with what's going on in the market.
yeah.
I've always felt that as like really valuable. Like the same reason I do my newsletter. I just find it useful to know what's going on because then you see opportunities and you also like you got your ear to the ground. And even when it was fucking dead in 2021 or 2022, sorry, it was still useful to be around and like. And it kind of feels a little bit like that right now in that like, yeah, Bitcoiners are really happy, but anyone who's kind of tuning in to like streaming shows aren't really enjoying it. I don't know other than that. Like, why do you still do it? Like, I guess it's still fun to speak to people. I think it's still fun to like just see what's going on.
I like speaking to my friends.
Yeah. When I was on my little hiatus, I thought for sure I was gonna be done with it. I was just like, there's just like not that much upside to being a really public facing like crypto person. I think like there's definitely upside, but like especially like your face all over the place, like you don't really need to do it. And a lot of people that I talked to during that time were just like, yeah, you should absolutely like never come back to stream. Like there's like 24/7 security outside our house. Like it's just like you should never come back. You should never do it. But it kind of to me just boiled down to like I want to do it. Like it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to talk to your friends. It's fun to talk to smart people on stream. And the upside of it is great, but like you you probably make way more money trading than you do for streaming and doing content. Like I'm sure you do well on the content side, but like there's like a hard cap, shout out to Phantom. There's like a very hard cap on the numbers that you can do on the streaming side. So it's sort of just like boiled down to like I want to do it. I no longer have to do it. Like 2024, I like had to stream or we just like weren't affording LA rent. I don't need to stream anymore. So it's very much like out of choice. I kind of cut the 5-day a week thing because when you force yourself to do it 5 days a week, you like force content, force guests, and then you can kind of like accidentally get into a weird place. But I'm totally done with the mainstream thing, dude. I think that is it's a dark place, to be completely honest. And 2024 just got, I think everybody experienced it a little bit. Like 2024 was just like, month after month after month of just like euphoric, pure dopamine, like going one thing to the next, to the next, to the next without even thinking. And the music kind of stopped. And so I think for myself specifically, it got like a little bit out of hand, and we sort of had like a climax moment. And then I was like, all right, like what are we doing here? What do we even like want to do here? So I'm kind of over the mainstream like celebrity thing entirely. Also, being like a crypto celebrity is just like it's just like so awful. But I think that there's kind of like a flourishing content scene in tech a little bit. Like, have you seen the TBPN guys?
No.
Do you know what that
No.
is? TBPN. Check. I think it's gonna be the biggest thing. The
Circle
biggest.
IPO just launched.
Yeah.
It's going crazy too. Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude! It's going insane,
nuts?
dude.
Are you trading it right now?
Yeah.
Are you shorting it?
No, bro, I'm long. It's limit up.
Oh wow.
You're saying so there's
No.
like a tech.
Yeah, check these guys out. TBPN. They're gonna be. I think they're gonna be the biggest thing in tech.
TVPN.
Yeah.
Yo, that's insane. Price 31. It just got halted. Limit up at 76,
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
75.90.
indicating
That's-
83.86. Crazy.
And anyone could have bought this, right? This IPO, like it was like open to
I
public.
mean,
or...
you could have bought it at where it just came out at 69. I had orders in to buy 25,000 at 69, so that worked out well.
But you couldn't buy it at 36. Yeah.
You couldn't buy it at 31, no.
Right. Okay.
31.
See.
I mean, unless you're like in the deal, right?
So
Yeah.
how does that work? Where it instantly like spawns and it's at 76? Like, did somebody buy it public at 31 or no?
No. So it's like the New York Stock Exchange matches bids and offers, and like they've been doing it all morning, trying to match and curate the order book. And then once it gets to a level where the spread is tight enough to open it, they open it, and then anyone who had orders in around there will get lit up, and then then it's open for trading. So
what does this mean for crypto? This is like really good for crypto, yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
I don't think it's going to change much for crypto. I mean, like it's just another vehicle for people investing in the public markets, really.
But there's
I
like
think it's the first vehicle ever, I think, where you can really just invest in stablecoins and like the money from stablecoins, which is kind of attractive for people. Because
Pretty sick.
so I do think that it will be, people will like that. Yeah, like maybe this is why everything's nuking. Everyone's decided they're just going to invest in Circle and Bitcoin from now on, and there's nothing else to own.
Yeah, there's like crazy demand for it. That's pretty wild. I mean, not really anything from crypto, like crypto native IPOs.
So have you thought about going down the building route at all, Threadguy? Maybe not even in crypto. Like you feel like you're super interested in startups and tech and all this sort of stuff.
How's
like,
the casino work?
Casino is a good business, but it is unbelievably more difficult than you think. Let's put
Really?
it that way. Oh yeah.
It's going great. A lot of work. People who don't think it's work.
Are you guys making a shit ton of money from it right now?
You make less than you would think versus like volume. Like, because like I said, the business makes 1%, right? When you see a business like these trading bots, or like Pump Fund,
Dude,
they are
the
making
bot business
way higher RTP,
disgusting.
way higher, right? So just know that
1 to 2%.
tells you, yeah, the business is far more based around volume. So like, but the volume has been going really well. Like the volume is Shuffle did about 30 million in their first month. We did 60, and we're just about to do 80, I think, in our second month. So
yeah, we're at 140 million right now.
And you make 1% of that?
2%, but something like that.
2% top line, but there's tons of costs and tons of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I guess you're talking about net.
That's pretty fucking good. What do you do the most volume on?
Our originals have the most volume probably right now, but that's like Plinko and shit people are farming like Limbo, Plinko, Dice. But slots would be next biggest. I mean, slots might be the biggest actually.
We want to launch like some poker-based games, which I think will do really well, and then a sportsbook as well. But yeah, it's a mixture of everything. But like the business itself is actually quite difficult to run. Like the tech side of it's really difficult. The security side is difficult. Just the marketing is very expensive. And And it's more complicated for sure.
If you want to do it right, like you do it shitty.
You mostly are marketing to crypto people, yeah? Like you guys are big enough to do
that. For now, yeah. I think that's where we felt like we could grow it pretty big at the start, and then branch out from there. But like Orbit sponsors a Premier League team. Stake has its own F1 team.
I see that the golf guy everywhere. Who is that?
Yeah,
Siwoo Kim.
Yeah, he's just a golfer we sponsored that Ben Lamb, the other founder, knows his agent, and we bought him low apparently because now he's been like leading a bunch
of crushing it, right? Like,
yeah, he leads the tournaments, then he falls off. He doesn't make it all the way. He smokes cigs on the course, boozes. You know, he doesn't have that stamina to make it 4 days. He does the 1 day peak though. That's it's good content for that.
I see Ben Lamb wearing the YEET thing everywhere.
Yeah, he's playing today at 4 p.m. We're gonna have a watch party in the on-site chat actually and give away money.
He's leading
5 people left. A watch party, sorry. 5 people left in a stream event at the World Series of Poker. He's about to hopefully win a bracelet today.
Oh no shit! This is sick.
Yeah,
why do you think people gamble in YEET versus like any other online casino? Is it like airdrop stuff?
Part of it's probably that, but I think part of it is also like it's the reason why we were actually able to raise from Dragonfly is because a lot of these previous ones have been you don't really know if you trust the team. You know, there's always this kind of like, I don't really know these guys, or they don't feel crypto native. So I think we've got that a little bit more. Like we're running the community side of it feels a bit more like an NFT community. So like we've got stuff each day. Like there's you got that sort of like way more community, I think, vibe than other projects. And then we've got like crypto-based games as well. So I think it's a bit of that. But I don't know. People just like to try new things as well. And I think part of it's that. So
there's going to be a crazy airdrop for it. Is that true?
There's going to be an airdrop, yeah.
People are saying, yeah.
Bro, this is about to get halt to limit up again. Jesus fucking Christ. This is insane.
Where is it now?
88.
Jeez, man.
This is disgusting.
I'm cooking live on the show for you guys.
How hard are you cooking right now?
A couple hundred.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Let's see, why are we trading meme
coins?
Why trading meme coins, dude?
So get Frank in here.
And so now the actual market like selling off on this. What is going on right now?
You know what? Reason I asked that, Thread guys, because I feel as though everyone always taps you up for like, oh, you can be like the face of our project, but like,
dude, this is kind of crazy.
That's kind of the thing in crypto, being the face of the project. You never thought about just like having and owning a bit of it as well at the same time, or like you've kind of got this,
dude, like
platform side of stuff now.
Yeah, thanks, man. I think like absolutely, but it's sort of like, dude, I like to be like delusionally bullish and optimistic, but I'm just like bored of crypto. It's just like very boring right now. It's like what is, I don't know. I just like don't know what the thing is to launch. I've been on this huge like I've been on this like vibe coding kick. I've been like I'm doing AI shit recently, dude. Because it's sort of like I definitely would want to.
Guys, I kind of have to go. There's like crazy shit going on. I'm sorry.
Go luck.
KBM just printing millions.
Yeah,
sorry, boys. Like I fucking quit.
I gotta go.
Wow, we lost it.
Wait, why aren't you trading?
I don't trade public stocks, whereas KBM trades a lot more of those. He's way more in the stock game.
Why don't you?
Just I don't really trade that much in general. Like I have certain positions on. But I'm way more of a like I have like 4 or 5 positions at any one time, not like 50. Whereas KBM is like constantly.
What do you have here right now?
Honestly, mainly ETH and Bitcoin. Those are the 2 things, and then for the more like esoteric stuff, obviously we own like a ton of Rekt, and then YEET obviously keeps me very very busy. Epic keeps me busy. I don't know. I own the trade that I continue to be kind of surprised at is like ETH beta coins. I thought these would do a little bit better, but they haven't been a massive bit of my portfolio. But like Pepe and Mog, I owned as like my more ETH bets other than Rekt. And Mog is trading like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that coin right now. Like, look, it's trading at 300 million right now. Whereas SPX is $1 billion. Like, I don't really get it. And then Pepe even.
The Mog thing was crazy for a couple weeks. Gary Tan and all It didn't go that high.
Yeah.
The tech,
What happened? Yeah, that's crazy. All these tech guys are just like fully in it. That's pretty cool.
But I think Mog as a thing can still come back. I think Pepe can come back, but it's very clear that you just kind of want to own majors right now because it feels as though memes as a group are getting taken out to the fucking woodshed.
I just don't know. Like, I guess I haven't been in crypto that long, but it feels like the NFT handoff to meme coins was like pretty quick. Like it was like NFTs died because we were in like turbo. All this had happened, and we go like turbo bear market. Majors get wrecked, and then the like crossover to like Pepe, and then like Bonk, and then Solana Mania was like pretty clean. Like it was sort of like it was pretty obvious. And if you were like a savvy NFT person, you like figured it out fairly early. You like made the transition, and then it was like there was like a new thing to believe in. I wasn't here from like for DeFi summer and whatnot, but it feels like right now there's a lot of people are sort of just at like a stalemate for like what to do. That's why I went so heavy in majors because I was like, dude, this is just like feels like a losing game right now. I'm just getting cooked. I was getting cooked, dude. The 3 months it was from like when our little climax happened in February. It was like three and a half months till I streamed again, and I was just trading on chain all day, and I was just like, dude, I was torching money, like large amounts of money was being torched, buying like I was getting torched buying complete garbage, and I was just like, dude, I can't play this game. This game is trash. I don't want to play this game right now. And I think a lot of people feel that way right now.
100%.
Maybe
because you make money, you want to follow how you made money, but I think Trump was one of those like not generational, but like it was an incredible trade because you could do it in massive size. Like you could buy couple million and it could go up 10x. It was like crazy fucking liquidity at that moment. You don't get many of those moments in liquid size. Like you sometimes hear like, oh, that guy's up like unbelievable amounts. The moment they try and monetize it is like it's fucking death. But you could get in and out of like 5 to 10 million of that coin and didn't really do anything.
Guys, the Rekt thing is insane though. Why do you think that's going so well?
In terms of what, the token or just the whole thing?
The whole thing. It's kind of nuts.
I think it's something different, like I think people are a bit tired of just fucking animal memes and all this shit. And like even like the internet capital market stuff, like people are also tired of like, washed up VC guys coming, like tech guys coming in and rugging. So whereas like with Rekt, at least it's like it's a real thing. Like I'm a real person and we've been working on it for like 3 years now. So I think it's sort of like people are, oh man, I can like buy into this and actually like believe in something where like we're not going to get rugged and there's some good like movement behind it. But we've done some big stuff, like for Rekt, we bought Rekt.com, so we have that now.
Oh,
and then we just we're just pushing that Rekt as like I think this idea of like a brand, it's a brand that I think people can relate to, right? Like the idea of being Rekt, everyone in crypto relates to it. And it kind of just works with this drink thing. It's just like, you buy a drink, you get some Rekt coin, and if we kill it in 5 years, then you'll make, you'll be a part of that story and make a lot of money, right? So
you get coins if you buy a drink?
Yeah, every time you buy drinks, you get coins, basically. So the first drop, people made like 10x on buying drinks. Second drop, you got abstract XP and you got Rekt coin. And the third drop we did, you got OpenSea XP, abstract XP, and Rekt coin. You'll be getting as well. So
it's actually such a good model because everybody just will want you to launch with that, right? Like obviously.
Yeah. So now everyone's reaching out to us and they're like, oh, can we do like a Rekt drink collaboration? Like we have like tons of people who want to do it. So we just have to pick and choose like what I think makes sense for us.
Is there some sort of like it's the cringiest word in crypto now, but is there some sort of like flywheel, like revenue buyback thing? Like
yeah, so we have spent some of our revenues in buying back the token. So I think we spent about 200k in buying back the token, which is now worth like 700k or whatever. So actually like the company made money on it, but it makes sense because look, like the drinks sell out, we get a lot of attention, token price goes up. Yeah. That means that, remember, like we have 40% of the supply in the token foundation, which can be used for rewards. And right now that value is about $50 million. So theoretically, you can convert that into real revenues, which we're doing like at the Rekt Brands Inc. company. And as that, if our market cap goes to like $1 billion, for example, that number is now $500 million. That's like a marketing budget. So it is a flywheel because like as it goes up, we get more attention, we sell more drinks, people make more money, which then creates even more demand for the next drop, and then the token goes up even more, and we have more like of a reward pool. So it is like a very powerful flywheel, I think.
I think the hardest part for this, like the 2-3 weeks that people were doing the internet capital markets thing, is they were unable to come to a conclusion in their head of like what the token was. Like, you can't say it's equity, like legally, even you can't say it's equity at all. But then they would incorporate enough, like, you know, buyback or burn or incorporate in the app, like so enough of a mechanism where it's like not like purely a meme coin. And so it's sort of this like what do you think of, like, what is the Rekt token? Like, is it sort of this like new, like a new vehicle of
we call it a brand coin. It doesn't own the IP. It doesn't directly benefit from any of the revenues, but like meme coins, which don't have any cash flows, it benefits from attention. The difference here is like, instead of having a meme as the attention is on the brand. So if the brand kills it, even though you don't get like direct equity or anything, the coin is probably still going to go up, right? I mean, it's up 500% in 30 days because we've been selling out on drinks. Like, it's kind of like proven that that's what creates it to go higher. So that's how I view it. Like, I don't think you need this I don't think you need tokenized equity, in my opinion. Maybe not. Maybe you do for some things, but like not for brands, because brands will like set like this. It's a sentimental value. Every big company in the world has a line item on their balance sheet called goodwill, which is the value, intangible value of the brand. That's basically what this is, except you can trade it in crypto, and that's kind of the way I view it, basically.
And you've like attached it enough to the company where it feels like company does well, token goes up. Like, you've attached it enough with the rewards and whatnot.
Exactly.
You feel like you just like have to feel like they're attached.
You have to feel they're attached, yeah. And you know, for example, if we can do a Pudgy Penguins and get, you know, our drinks listed in Walmart and Target and that kind of stuff, like, it will make a lot of headlines, right? And then people will be like, what do I do? I'm a DJ, I'll buy the fucking token. Like, that's how everyone thinks in the space, right? So that's the idea. I think it's just breaking that barrier, that mental barrier that people have, where it's like, oh, I don't actually own anything. But it's like, do you need to own something, or do you just need the price to go up?
How do you claim the token? Is it chipped, or is it like a QR code or something?
So it's like a point system, and then when the season ends, you get like an allocation to claim based on how many drinks you bought. And
you can like see that you bought it.
Yeah,
like, while it went
yeah, exactly. And then you just claim it on, you know, with your wallet, basically. Yeah,
it's fucking impressive, dude.
It's very experimental, but it seems to be working, I guess.
Do you not think you could do something similar? Maybe not drinks. Don't come after us on
drinks.
No,
I do. It's actually, you guys are actually impressive.
You're talking about, you literally are talking about, you like this bit of the industry. You're talking about none of these guys who come in get it, like get how to do the flywheel. You know how to do the flywheel.
Yeah, we can run a Ponzi pretty crazy. Yeah. It's honestly, it's an interesting, like, it's like you guys are one pocket of crypto right now that's, I think, holding together a lot more than you probably think.
It's I mean, every meme coin is down and we're up today. So
it's crazy.
Something is going right. I don't even know who's buying it anymore. Like, you know, when it transcends, it's 115 million FTP.
It's not even that high. Like, it's the crazy part.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
No
even that
exchanges.
No, yeah, we're only on KuCoin, Gate, basically. We're on nothing else right now.
But you have 40% of the supply, so like you theoretically could at some point.
Yeah, definitely. Very
this thing went to fucking 10 million. You guys are the best at like
reviving dead stuff. Well, it never died. It just got killed with the market, basically.
Yeah,
it wasn't like it was dead, but yeah.
Do you make good money on the drinks themselves or not really?
Yeah, we do, man. Like right now, because we sell them all direct to consumer, we make 100% of the gross profit margin, which is very high. Damn. When we eventually have distributors and wholesale, then you lose all of that. But then it's like a revenue game. It's like, how many can you sell? But it's like
in the stores, like you can't go to.
Yeah, well, yeah, eventually we will. Like we've been working on that stuff quite hard, because I think the game changes from like just selling these drops to like selling millions and millions of cans. globally. Like that's the aim, right? That's how you like increase that brand value. So it's just figuring out the steps we need to take to get there. Do you want to do this code, Mando?
Yeah, let's do the code. Let's do the spins, and let's give out the code. And yeah, let's bring up YEET. Okay, so what is the code? Maybe I missed that.
The code is shipwrecked.
Shipwrecked. Oh, I like that.
Shipwrecked. Rafflebot ready. Shipwrecked. Maybe we'll choose them at the end. Do you want to run them in the background there, intern? And we'll just bring up the YEET spins for this week, and we can just put the winners up on screen. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we are going to, because we're a little bit light on time, we're going to run the Rafflebot in the background, and we'll just bring up YEET now. So we have the 3 people in the studio, I think. And we'll do some, what do we want to play today? Lamb Chop again, should we do? Feels like the easiest, the best game to play. Or Risky Clip we could do.
Great to be on here.
Oh,
if
wow.
I may request, could I do Plinko just to avoid decision making?
Yeah, sure. We can do some Plinko.
Beautiful.
Okay. Should we do... What would you like to do? Volatility high, low, or medium?
Medium and 9 rows, if that works.
Okay, sure. Let's do it. 9 rows. Let's do 3 500 balls, shall we?
Let's do it. Cheers, guys.
Okay. We can do this quickly then. Bish, bash, bosh. Let's do it. Not a great start. Not a great start again. Man,
you win some, you... yeah.
That was not... Right. You did okay. I think you get like $1,000 probably roughly around of that. So decent-ish.
I'll take it. Yeah. Cheers. Appreciate it.
Puts them in the top 1% of pump fund traders this week.
Exactly.
That's right.
This month, actually. So you're
this year.
Pat on the back for that. Who is next? Who should we have on next? I can't see the names of any of these. Can you guys see? F in the chat. Should we do... Oh, Freaks. It's Freaks. Freaks in the chat. You want to play Plinko as well? Or do you want to do Lamb Chop? Lamb Chop it is? Okay, let's play some Lamb Chop.
Yeah, I've never seen this in action. It's pretty smooth.
All right, low, medium, or easy? Easy mode, okay. Let's do 500. Threadguy, you can decide for the second one how far I go. So go, let's go. Okay, F, you decide when to stop. We can go, 590. You got 590, do you want 6? Okay, one more. 750. One more, let's go. 850. One more, let's go. Oh, here we go. 970. One more, let's go. $1,000. What cash up?
I'm just thinking.
One more, let's go. Oh, he did it. $1,000. Get out. Well played.
Yeah, well played.
Oh, you would have won $2,000. You would have won $2,000. All right, still well played.
That's pretty good.
All right, 500 again. How far you want to go?
Let you know. Just let's go.
Okay, go again.
Yeah. Yep.
Go again.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yes.
My God, this guy's on a roll.
Yes.
You're gonna bankrupt us by the end of this. 970.
Yes.
Still going. Wow, this game.
I'm thinking to go till the 12 gate.
You want to go again, or you want to cash out?
Okay, I'll go one more.
One more.
Yeah.
You do not lose?
He hasn't lost. You want to cash out or you want to keep going?
I'll cash out. I'll cash out.
Cash out. Wow. This is a roll. Oh,
Ah.
my God. You would have won $6,000 if you'd kept going so
Damn.
far. You got one more. You got one
Okay.
more. Threadguy, you take the wheel here.
Am I able to?
Yeah, no, just say. You just press go or no go.
All right, go.
Go.
All right, again.
Oh.
Well, what is
That's
this?
Oh. He survives. Go again.
Yeah, go
Go
again.
again.
Yeah, go in. Go again. Dude, I don't think you can lose. Go again.
Brother, this is an incredible run.
One more. One more. I mean, one more. You have to.
Here we go. Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Well, what happened? All right, one more.
Uh,
Right, do you want? Let's get him to take over maybe from here.
okay. I'll third guy. Just take this one.
One,
Oh,
okay, one more.
one more.
Oh my God!
Whoa!
You want to do
One
one more?
more.
One more.
One more. Yeah.
Oh my God!
One more. One more.
Okay.
I'll catch it out here. I'll catch it out.
Pull
I'll
it,
catch
pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it.
Cash it out.
Oh my God! Ah,
Dude, I'm about to start playing this shit.
Oh my God! That was one of the most generational runs on this game I would have seen. You would have walked away with, I think, if you kept on going, something close to $20,000.
No one's off the top. No one's off the top.
You still walk away
Damn.
with one of our best amounts so far. I think you got about $3,000 with that.
My God. That's fucking good.
Well done, incredible. Well done, Threadguy as well. Okay,
Thank you,
well, we're gonna count it up for you in the back. The intern's gonna count it up, and congrats, man. Congrats. What a game.
That was
Right, we got one more actually to run. Someone's saying drink every time someone says one more. Who have we got next? Then I still can't see the names. Is this Mattis Cup? Puria. Okay, can you hear us, Puria? Okay, maybe not. Should we do Plinko then? Plinko is probably easier if you can't hear us. Let's do Plinko. So we'll do 3 500s on Plinko again. I mean, it ran so hot, I doubt it was going to work. So medium, maybe? Do it a medium. Let's see where this goes. Do you have enough money? Yeah. Okay. Nah, this doesn't feel like a winner, that one. This one actually feels all right. This one could be nice. Oh, okay. Still decent. I think you're kind of flat on that. You got about just over $1,000, I think. So, wow. Good fucking session, that one. Could have given away like $20,000 just then if we kept our nerve on Land Chop. But yeah, thanks for coming, Threadguy. It's always a pleasure to see you. Obviously, go check him out. He's obviously streaming at the moment. I feel like OSF should come on the show and do the real internet capital market hit.
I'll send you a
Do
message,
it, man.
We should really.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a
Yeah,
proper breakdown.
Also,
Yeah.
Circle went to Wix to 104.
Fuck.
KBM's probably short now. Let's see how he's done. Anyway, we'll see you again next week. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.